I have PTTSD. I had my 5 trains to Frankfurt, and I lost count how much trains it took me to get to Munich.
That's absolutely fair. I think recording.
You know.
All right. Test.
1,
Okay.
2, 3. Hello, one.
Hello, Manny.
Welcome back to season 2
Very good.
of your boys. Something's
The usual. Something's never change.
Something's never change.
Something's never change.
Welcome back to season 2 of Dumplings and Somethings, a fun place where you kick your feet up, grab your drink of choice, you sit back, we talk about the dumplings in life, and hopefully you learn something. As per usual, I'm on mic 1, Danzi.
And me, Mr. T, on mic 2.
Welcome back, bro. Season 2.
Season 2.
What we gonna do?
What we gonna do?
First things first, broski.
Yeah. Talk to me.
We have to address
The elephant in the room.
2 elephants.
2 elephants.
The first elephant, our boy Praveen. I don't know if Praveen was...
He getting married?
No.
Oh.
I don't know if he was gassing me up too much, but when I
Alright.
saw him, he couldn't stop talking about dumplings and something.
Ta.
I don't know if this was just gas because I was in his presence, but he was like, yo, he's a celebrity.
It's a bit
You
of...
don't know who this guy is? I was like, probably
Yeah,
not.
he's definitely gassing. I mean, it's a social thing to gas people up.
Yo, Praveen, big up yourself. If it's authentic, thank you very much. And if it's not, keep gassing me up, bro. Just smile.
Yeah, if he doesn't gas you up, hey, we wouldn't have season 2, maybe.
Second elephant.
Second elephant.
Someone told me we should pretend chewing.
Yeah, pretend. Why do we pretend chewing when the chewing is the annoying part?
People be saying, why we eating so much on the podcast?
Yeah. I mean, that's what I realized as well. That is the elephant in the room after we started editing and we noticed the problem. I mean, I don't know about you. You didn't find it a problem. I find it a big problem. I don't like to hear people chewing.
All right.
And
I do have a few questions about it actually.
Little do we know, the mic picked up everything.
So we're gonna try this season, guys, and from now on, to have less ASMR chewing on our podcast.
This is not an ASMR podcast.
But we definitely will be continuing taste testing. So bear with us, please. And with that said, let's get into it one time though.
Yeah, what?
Do you know what PTSD is?
Oh, you got straight into it.
Do you know what PTSD is?
Yeah. You
I
got
have a story about PTTSD.
PTTSD. Sorry, bro. Gotta just keep you on the right level. I'm afraid you have to speak up just a little more.
PTTSD?
Yeah.
Alright.
Just take a look at the graph every now and then.
Alright.
Yeah. Cool. PTTSD.
First, I'm going to give you a backstory.
No titties.
No,
Right.
that's not what PTTSD.
All right.
PTTSD to me stands for post-traumatic train stress
Disorder.
disorder. Thank you
Right.
very much, my guy.
What is a post-traumatic train?
Train stress disorder.
Has something to do with train.
You're damn right.
Right.
Before I tell you the real story, I need to give you the backstory.
Go.
When we were students in university, my dad calls this story 5 trains to Frankfurt.
5 trains to Frankfurt.
It was winter time. I booked a flight to Trinidad and Tobago. The flight is at 11 o'clock with Condor Airlines.
Oh, okay.
I left Dessau at 3 in the morning because if everything went smoothly, I would have taken my train and it would have carried me to Frankfurt.
Right.
I left at 3 in the morning from Dessau. I was supposed to go to Magdeburg, and from Magdeburg I was supposed to take a ICE train.
Continue.
An ICE,
Continue. Hey.
an ICE
Episode one.
train to Frankfurt from Magdeburg. I want your undivided attention.
Right.
When I did that,
You had a Magdeburg.
it was winter time, and
Right.
apparently the trains were delayed because of snow on the tracks.
Right.
And that's my first experience of having problems.
Traumatic experience on the track.
To get to Magdeburg, the train was late. Magdeburg was snowing. The train station was under construction.
Right.
And I had to change from the slow train to get to the fast train. This is 3:30 in the morning. Me with a big bag, big suitcase, because I'm going home. And I see my fast train to Frankfurt taking off, while the slow train that I'm arriving on is now arriving. So I start to panic. I don't have any German in my arsenal. The information desk of the train station is closed. At 4 in the morning.
Right.
I remember panicking and not knowing what to do and feeling helpless, calling people at 4 in the morning, friends, and asking them, hey, can you help me? And they don't know what to do. Luckily, one train conductor who was off their shift saw me, and I was basically on the verge of tears because I had to get to the airport.
Yeah.
And they basically told me, they printed out some special document for me to show on every other train that I have to take to get to my final destination.
Right.
And instead of having one straight train to Frankfurt, there was nothing else to get me to the airport in time. And they gave me a route, they gave me a plan of 4 different trains that I would have to take to get to the airport in time to check in my bags. Yuki, I got to the gate of the airport 5 minutes before it closed.
Wow.
5 minutes.
That is crazy.
I remember sitting on the plane, and this flight back home is 10 hours, bro.
Right.
I had so much stress. I slept through the entire thing. I was still sweating. I didn't eat anything for the flight. I remember being so stressed to get to Frankfurt, just to get an 11 o'clock flight.
Right. You deserve a rest.
We ain't done yet.
No.
We're going to pause this, and we're going to come right back to the real story.
Why? It's only 6 minutes in.
6 minutes?
Yeah.
Nice.
Go on.
So that's the backstory, right? So now you know why I originally get stressed out with trains.
Right.
Fast forward to this weekend, broski.
Right. Something else happened.
I went to the Netherlands.
Right.
I went to visit my sister from Trinidad. We went to go and visit the Netherlands beaches. She has a dog. She was babysitting on her dog. It was a fun weekend.
Time.
Right?
Right.
Until it was time for me to come home. There was a train from Amsterdam to Munich.
Right.
It's called the night train from OEBB.
OEBB.
Yeah, that's the name of the train.
Is it OBB or OEBB?
It's O with a umlaut. So technically it's OEBB. But
right. Yeah. Okay. It's O umlaut BB. I think that should be an Austrian train.
Yes, you're very correct. They have a night train that you sleep on with beds. And I found the idea very interesting.
Okay.
I've never been on a night train before. So I was like, boom, I want to try this out. It leaves Amsterdam at 6:30 p.m. and it arrives in Munich 7 in the morning.
Oh, that's nice. All right.
So this was my plan.
Direct.
Monday night at 6:30, take this train, arrive in my final destination, Munich, at 7 in the morning. I YouTubed it, I checked it out. Good stats. I said, boom, I want to try this and see this night train experience.
Everything sounds great so far.
Red flag number 1, bro. I get a text message saying that the train is delayed.
Okay.
On Monday. I say, alright, so I still go to Amsterdam train station. I wait for my train. The train arrives late. Alright, cool. I reserve the seats and these chairs are chairs that fold out. So after I got my seat, the train is on the way. Cool. Red flag number 2.
Go on.
No Wi-Fi.
That's not too bad.
For 12 hours?
You get to sleep, no?
Yeah, but I'm not going to sleep at 6 o'clock.
Don't you have a book with you?
Yes, but I wanted to do stuff. No Wi-Fi.
Hey man, you're on a train. Things you do are minuscule other than reading a book.
No, bro, I wanted to do like editing and shit for this.
Huh.
That was red flag number 2.
Okay.
So
I don't think that's a red flag, but
no counting it. I was a red flag for
right.
no Wi-Fi.
All right.
Red flag number 3. Bam! Emergency brakes. the train
Wow.
pulls an emergency brake
Wow, that's spicy.
in the middle of the Netherlands in bush area.
That's like a heartbreak.
Hard brakes.
Heartbreak.
Everybody like
Wow.
this. What happened?
What happened?
We don't know. The pilot or the conductor, the
There's no
main
pilot.
conductor.
There's no train pilot.
Thank you, UK. The main conductor says we're having some technical difficulties with the motor. He opens the door because fortunately we stopped at a platform. He opens the door in the middle of nowhere and he says, you guys can come out for a little while, have a smoke if you want, get some fresh air while we try to repair the motor. Yeah? That took 1 hour. So remember, we already left late.
Right.
Now we 1 hour behind, right? I said, all right, I'm staying positive.
On a 12-hour journey.
On a 12-hour, thank you, broski. On a 12-hour journey. Get back in the train now. Chugga, 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 chugga.
Chugga choo choo.
There's a young lady in the same because it's cubicles. There's a young lady in the same cubicle that I'm in.
Right.
She's 19. Her name is Miriam. Big up yourself, Miriam.
Mm-hmm.
So she's going to Italy, but she's going all the way to Austria, like you said, and then she's heading to Italy, right? So we create having conversation because we're the only two people in this cubicle. Bam again, bro. Emergency brake again.
Again.
What do you think it is?
I don't know. Maintenance issues?
You would think so because we stopped once before, right?
Yeah.
One of the electrical cables above the train, for those of you who don't know, there are electrical cables above the train.
Oh, wow. That type of train.
It breaks and then collides with the glass of the front car of the train where the conductor is, and also collides with a back glass of the train.
Wow.
They had to pull an emergency brake.
That is wild.
I'm gonna show you pictures and stuff, bro. We're gonna show it on the video.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. All right.
Bro, this is the second emergency brake now.
Did the conductor get hurt?
No, nobody was hurt. Fortunately,
Thankfully.
no one was hurt.
All right.
But now we can't go anywhere. The conductor says he doesn't know what is happening today, but now the train is down and we have to call for emergency assistance.
Right.
It is 11 o'clock in the night by this time, bro.
Oh, damn. It's at night.
It's a night train.
Wow.
We wait for assistance for 2.5 hours, bro. Fire services come. The place is getting dark. It's hot because the motor is off, so the air conditioner is not working.
You all in the train?
We're all in the train because now the second emergency brake.
It doesn't have a stop.
It's not a platform where you can come out and just breeze.
Right.
So everybody's burning up.
Right.
They open the doors, but they ask us, please do not come out because it's just train tracks outside.
Exactly. Yeah. Wow.
The place getting dark. Only the emergency lights are on in the hallway.
Yo, that's like a movie.
It gets worse.
Yeah.
That was what? The fourth red flag? I lost count.
Yeah.
Tuesday, which would have been yesterday of filming of this video, because remember I was supposed to take the train at Monday night and arrive Tuesday morning.
Right, Tuesday morning.
Tuesday at midday was supposed to be my driving test to get my driver's permit.
Right.
It's 12 o'clock in the night and I'm stuck in the Netherlands.
Stuck somewhere.
And I'm supposed to be on a train that's going to get me to Munich at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
So you know I vex.
Yeah.
I'm upset. My patience is running low.
Yeah.
I had to call my driving teacher. I was like, basically, boss, I was like, I'm not going to make it in time. What to do? He said, man, you need to get a sick note. If you don't get a sick note, the licensing office in Germany,
they will waive your exam.
Yeah. He said, if you don't get it, the licensing office in Germany, TÜV, they're going to give me a hard time to redo my exam. So I'm panicking now. I was like, damn, I need to call my doctor first thing in the morning to try to organize to get a sick note.
Yeah.
And I'm upset now because a part of me is thinking, what is the reason for all this? Why did should I have not come to the Netherlands? Is this like a sign? My mom always likes to say everything happens for a reason. I want to know what the reason is.
Did you arrange your exam before you arrange your trip to Cologne?
Yes.
But you have an idea, but you knew that you were going to Cologne when you arranged the exam.
I went to Cologne and then I went to the Netherlands, but I was supposed to be back here by 7 in the morning.
No, that's not my point. My point being, before you even decide the date on the exam, Did you already have this trip in
Oh,
your mind?
Thank you for the question.
Yeah.
I had this trip already planned. I do not choose the date for the exam. He messaged me.
And say,
This is your exam date.
this is the date, you take it or not.
Fortunately,
Right.
it was right on the edge of my time.
Your trip, yes.
So I was like, okay, it could work.
Right. So that's you for not allowing any spontaneous
Mishaps to happen.
circumstances. Yeah.
Let's pause there and come back because we had 14 minutes. I'm on fire.
All right.
Yeah, what was the last thing you remember about the story?
You not allowing a buffer when you arrive
Right.
from your trip to your exam the next day. You did not allow a buffer,
It's not that I didn't allow a buffer. I was just told that this is my exam.
you sorry, yes, of course, yeah. You were told and you don't have a choice.
Right.
That's
The
unfortunate.
story not done yet.
Continue.
So remember, the train is kaput. Kaput is
Kaput.
German for it's not working, it's broken down.
Kaput in the middle of
In the
nowhere
middle of nowhere in the Netherlands.
in Netherlands.
Emergency services come to us. Fire brigade.
Police.
With police, with news station, buses on
Wow.
the side. I'm gonna show you're gonna see the picture.
All right.
Freeze for picture from the incident. And if you see the crack on the glass, bro, it's not even a huge crack, bro. It's like a scratch.
Oh,
I was pissed.
you were told there was a crack, but
It's broken, but it's not like I thought it was like shattered.
I thought it was shattered.
It was held in place.
From how you tell me, I thought it was shattered.
I assume it's like windshield glasses, you know, like when
Yeah,
it cracks,
yeah.
it stays, it holds in place.
Yes.
So now everyone on this train, this is a train of people,
Yeah.
has to be ushered with coach buses to hotels in a city 1 hour away in Utrecht Central,
Ah,
right?
you're still fairly central.
No, we had to go back
You have to go back to
to a
Utrecht.
city. Yeah, that's the closest city nearby.
Utrecht is in the south of Amsterdam, if I'm
Right.
not mistaken. Yeah.
So we go now. Everybody on these buses are super tired. This is 1 in the morning, bro.
Yeah. Exhausted.
Families, individuals. Thankfully, it's just me and my backpack.
Yeah.
And Miriam, who's now like my new travel buddy, right? We go to Utrecht. We get there. There's, if I must say, the emergency staff for everything was punctual and helping us out because everybody's frustrated
For
and
sure.
stressed, especially like mothers traveling with their kids.
Yeah.
Time to get hotel accommodation. Hotels don't have any plan for hundreds of people coming.
Spontaneously showing up. Yeah.
So hotels telling people, we full. We go from one
Hotel to hotel.
to 2 to 3 hotels looking for rooms.
Damn.
The third hotel, the girl is the Miriam girl. She's in front of me. She's 19, bruv. She tries to book a room for herself. Hotel reception tells her, nah, you don't have a credit card. You can't book a room. It's 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And she just turns around to like, okay. I was like, no. I was like, excuse, can I pay for a room? And then I was like, wait, it's my check-ins and my savings. I said, can I book a room for 2 people? He's like, yeah, you can book a room for 2 people. Because I have my credit card.
Right.
So I pay the money because we're going to get reimbursed.
Yeah.
We're going to get reimbursed.
For sure.
But this young lady has nowhere to sleep.
Yeah.
So now I'm thinking, even though I'm trying to help her, I'm also thinking, she's a stranger. Even though
Yeah.
we met on the train, she's
Exactly.
a stranger. I'm a strange man. I
Exactly.
can imagine what goes through her mind.
Exactly.
But she was cool. It was like a hostel. We had our separate beds. She was on that side of the room. I was on my side of the room. I tried to make her feel as comfortable as possible. And she called her parents. She let her parents know everything. And we went through the night. And then we had to wake up 7 o'clock in the morning
Yeah. To
get
take the train.
We go now to the information services of Utrecht Central. They give me a route that requires 3 trains to get to Munich
Wow.
at 7 o'clock.
That's
And
exhausting.
it's exhausting. And they say I would get to Munich Tuesday night at 8 o'clock.
Well, it's on the same day. So you left 7
I
in
left
the morning
7 in the morning and I reached 8 o'clock
at night.
at night. Right? 13
Another
hours.
Extra 12, 13 hours.
My first train was fine. This is
Right.
on the way home. My second train shuts down.
Whose train?
remember I went
Netherlands train or German train?
a German train
DB?
now. Now we're in Germany now.
Now in Germany.
The first train out of the Netherlands.
That was a Netherlands train. That was a Dutch train.
That was a Dutch train. That was cool. I got to my first checkpoint.
Right.
My second
German
checkpoint,
train.
which was a German train to carry me to Dusseldorf.
Right. Shut
down halfway because of train track problems in the German border.
Right.
So I'm like, this can't be real, bro. This is a movie. This is a movie. We have to take a bus now to go to Dusseldorf. The bus takes forever to arrive. Finally get on the bus. At this time, I'm super frustrated now because I'm pissed off I'm missing my driver's exam.
Right.
The bus arrives. The bus takes us to Dusseldorf, but the bus arrives to Dusseldorf late, so we miss the train from Dusseldorf to Munich. So I have to wait 1 extra hour at Dusseldorf to finally get on my train to Munich, which is not a problem. I wait the hour. I had a Burger King with fries and a Coke because I was stress eating and I wanted comfort food. The Burger King slapped, by the way. Maybe it's because I was
For
just
sure,
frustrated.
you were hungry and frustrated.
And I was smelling like yesterday.
What do you call it? Stress eating?
Hunger eating. Stress
eating.
hunger eating. Yeah.
Stress eating.
Now I took a shower at the hotel, but all my clothing was dirty. So basically I was wearing clothes from yesterday.
Yeah.
So I was smelling like yesterday. Every time I would lift my arms with my backpack, I was like, that's me.
You smell you.
I smell me.
Yeah.
But I smell old me.
Yeah, you
not
smell
present
old you.
me.
Damn right.
Broski, the train to Munich,
Delayed.
air condition not working properly.
All right.
It's during the day in summertime, bro.
Oh, it sucked, but I mean,
It sucked
did it
and
break down?
swallowed, bro.
It sucked and swallowed, but did it break?
It didn't break. It just was hot and I was over this, bro. Mentally, I was out of it.
You were drained.
I was immediate to the point where I went and sat down in first class.
And first class was air conditioned?
No. I mean, yeah, the Netherlands company changed my tickets. But my ticket did not have first class.
No, of course not. I mean, otherwise you have to pay a hefty price for first class. But what I meant is, in that case, in that train, was the first class cabin protected? As in, they reserve everything, and because now I can imagine the second class is kind of not functioning well.
It's full.
And is the first class functioning normally?
No.
No air conditioning
The
as well.
train to Munich,
Yeah.
which was 1 hour later,
Yes.
has a smaller first class. So
Right.
people who reserve seats in the first class didn't get some of their seats.
Right.
I didn't say I had the
The
most,
audacity.
No, not only the audacity.
Yeah.
I had the audacity and the meanest look on my face, bro. You know how you know how women have the
You gave a bitch face.
the bitch
Yeah,
face.
you had the bitch face.
I had that on, bro. I didn't want nobody to talk to me, bro. Only the train person checking tickets had to talk to me because nobody could come and tell me
Right.
get out of the seat.
Right.
Because
But was it a reserved seat though?
it was a single seat.
But it wasn't reserved.
It wasn't reserved.
There you go.
But but technically I don't have a first class ticket.
Damn right, that too. But as long that you didn't take somebody's reserved seat,
Yeah.
I think you deserve
When
that.
the train person who came to check the tickets, what do you call them?
Train. Well, I don't know. A ticket officer.
When the ticket officer came to me, she looked at me, I looked at her. I see her, see me, see her. I said, excuse me, did you hear about the night train situation in the Netherlands? She said, yes, we are all informed. I said, I was displaced. I know I'm not supposed to be here, but I'm really frustrated. I'm tired, I'm stressed, I'm hungry. I'm sitting down here. She's like, it's okay.
Okay.
And
I
she
think
walked
she's a reasonable person.
I think so because
Yeah.
she met other people in the train.
That also has the same situation. All right. Then that's fine. And also,
So now, bro,
yeah.
in hindsight, I have PTTSD.
SD.
I had my 5 trains to Frankfurt, and I lost count how much trains it took me to get to Munich.
That's absolutely fair. I think.
It took me 48, 45, 49 hours to get home.
Damn, that's two full days. You
Two
left,
full days, bro.
You left Monday evening.
Monday evening,
That's not 2 full days.
I got here.
36 hours.
Okay.
So, because you got here on Tuesday, 8 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
You left 6 p.m. from Netherlands
Monday.
the day before.
Yeah.
So that's 36 hours. 38 hours,
Yeah.
nearly 40 hours,
Wait a minute.
24 hours a day. Correct.
Yeah, you're very right. Yeah, yeah.
There you go. Exaggerated. But of course, your experience, terrible. Absolutely terrible. I can agree to that. And never ever try to take a long haul trip, because things can go wrong.
The only reason I decided to do it is because I've never experienced it before. And you know me.
That's fair.
You know, if it's a new experience, I'm down to try it.
Yeah,
once it doesn't go against my values.
I think, yeah.
You think?
Yeah.
And I remember when I first came to Europe in 2015, I did a night bus from Scotland to England, and it was sublime.
Oh, sublime.
It was
I think,
absolutely wonderful.
Hold on. Wait, Scotland too?
England, London.
Okay, and that's not really a public transport. It's not a public bus. Was it like a
No, you have to book it.
travel? I would call it a coach, like a travel coach.
It's a
travel coach is usually run by a private company, and it's all funded for government funded infrastructure. Sometimes can be faulty, especially with the night trains now. I mean, hearing older German generations, they say that back then they had fun time with night trains, and apparently today, in today's circumstances, in today's scene, that it seems that a lot of night trains are running down and cancelled, not running anymore. And I'm surprised that you found a night train that comes from Netherlands to here.
It goes to Austria.
It goes to Austria. It's quite rare to see that.
Exactly. I wanted to have the experience.
To have the experience.
So I literally came out of this experience because I was referencing from my Scotland to London
experience.
Where I was on a bus.
Yeah.
But we had nice beds. They give you your croissant in the morning.
Yes.
I was like, this is wonderful.
All right.
So I was like, all right, let me try this again now with a train.
With a train.
Never again.
You should research. But of course, I mean, you gave it, I guess you won't say benefit of the doubt, but I guess you were innocent to the idea of night trains.
Yeah.
That would be fine, that would be okay. But
shit happens.
Not just shit happens, I think the night trains are getting worse by the days.
By the nights.
By the nights. By the time I think it seems that a lot of people are voicing out dissatisfaction with night train services. They're not getting any better, and accidents happen.
Listen to me. For everyone who's listening to this podcast who believes in the saying everything happens for a reason, I need you to tell me the reason. Because the only positive reason I could think about that experience is two things. Either I was sent there by whatever divine intervention to help that young lady.
Maybe.
Or to make an outstanding story for Dumplings and Somethings podcast.
Both. Now you had an entire half an hour rant just on trains.
PTTSD. We'll be right back after these messages. I don't want to apologize about my rant.
I don't think you should. You don't need to.
Okay, but we move right.
It provides an insight as to the public that they should think twice when they book something. They book a long haul trip. Always.
It stands the test of time.
Like you book a 12-hour flight. Think about what's gonna happen. You want to book a cheap flight, or book an expensive flight, or you want to book a long haul train that runs for 12 hours. You want to book. You want to check the background of the train company, or whether they have bad experiences or not.
I think you're right, bro.
You could have avoided it, maybe. I don't know, but of course,
I could have not.
I see from your perspective that a night train could be fun. I can imagine, like in the films where trains sailing across the land.
I blame the movies.
Rolling across the land, and you looking at beautiful scenic views and whatnot.
The mountains, the greenery, the flora, the fauna.
That actually was mentioned by a friend of mine. Actually, no, not mentioned by a friend of mine. I got into a conversation with my good friend about luxury trains. That's actually exactly just like the ones that you see on films.
On Instagram.
On Instagram, you see a beautiful classic coach that rides over beautiful sceneries, and you'll be eating well-baked scones in a dining cabin.
Ooh.
And you get a bed.
Vanished timber.
You get a bed in the train. That they call it the luxury trains.
It's a luxury train.
Luxury trains. A night can cost you $1,000.
Oh, that wasn't my train.
That's beautiful. I wish someday we could get there. I would like that. 1 week, $5,000 on a trip from east to west coast of Spain. Actually, the Spanish luxury trains. There's also luxury trains in the UK. There's also luxury trains in Italy. Riding on a luxury train from somewhere in Italy to Venice, 2 nights on a luxury train ride.
Yo,
Just like the films that you see.
you need to dress in a suit.
You by that time we need to be in suits, and I don't know, whatever we're dappered up, and we go on these trains. We'll be sipping tea and having scones. And wearing a monocle. Maybe that's me. But those are amazing. I suddenly stumbled upon it. I don't know how. I think it got on my social media, and then I just hop on that. I just jump into the rabbit hole of luxury trains. And amazing. Nothing like what we have. I mean, of course, bullet trains are amazing, like futuristic trains. But these are classic trains. I was never a fan of trains, but this one takes the cake.
You sound like Sheldon from Big Bang Theory.
Sheldon, yeah, maybe. Does he talk about trains?
Oh, you're not a Big Bang Theory fan?
No.
Oh, wow, bro.
Never watched it.
Oh, God. Moving right along, bro.
Yes.
We are going to have our first dish of season 2, dumplings and somethings. And it's a dish that I chose. It's a Thai dessert of grilled banana on the label, but I believe it's plantain. When we bite into it, we will see. Wrapped in a rice. Cue picture video.
Cue picture or video, yes. Yeah, I think it's did you say Vietnamese?
It was Thai.
No, it's Vietnamese.
Vietnamese.
As I mentioned Thai because Thai is it resembles the sticky rice from Thai culture, that accompanies with also coconut sauce and mango.
Before we jump into it,
but this one's banana and coconut sauce.
Before we jump into it, let me just talk about sticky rice. It was a pleasure trying sticky rice at the Thai restaurant. Because I did not know you could have rice as a dessert.
Yes, that's interesting.
That is so new to me. To everybody who's Asian or used to that, that's like, yeah, that's basic. But for me, I've never had rice as a dessert. Sweet rice with ice cream and a wedge, a sliver of mango. That made me feel like I was on a luxury train.
Do you have something equivalent to this dessert in your culture?
Nah, we don't have rice for dessert.
Do you have noodles for dessert?
Noodles for dessert?
Do you have something that is of staple? Your daily staple.
Our desserts.
Bread for dessert or whatnot.
We have something.
Something that is not unusual to have as a dessert. Maybe it's normal to you, but not normal to the world.
Some people have something. We have something called sweet bread.
There you go. You have sweet bread
with butter,
and that's for dessert.
Some people warm it up and put butter on it.
You have that for dessert.
You can have it for dessert. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Like me, we don't eat bread for. We have dessert baos. Yeah.
Okay.
So rice, we also don't have.
Let's dive in.
Yeah, let's dive in.
Let's dive in. We're not going to eat fully on the pod anymore, guys. We're now just going to do testing and tasting. For that person who told me, why don't you fake eat? I was like, how the flying we gonna fake eat? I like it. It's definitely sticky.
We call it.
That's actually very nice.
The glutinous rice.
That's very nice. Is it plantain or is it or is it just real banana?
Plantain is not of our culture.
So it's banana.
It's banana.
That's nice.
Probably would be better if it's made fresh, but yeah, it's nice.
Okay, that part wasn't necessary.
Yeah. But hey, as long as you like it, you would have liked it more when it's fresh.
So this is rice, and what is the dip?
Coconut sauce.
Coconut sauce.
Or coconut cream, whatnot. Do you not have coconut cream?
We cook with a lot of coconut milk.
Coconut milk, yeah. But I suppose coconut cream is just coconut milk added with any
I'll dive in again.
sugary stuff. Maybe sweet syrup and coconut milk cooked together, and then just it's it's like your cream sauce. You have your sweet cream sauce that's made from actual cream plus sugar. That's
I like
cream.
this, bro. Best believe I'm
Best
gonna buy it
believe.
again.
Again, what's their hair?
Protein.
Yeah. I guess I liked it better in the restaurant.
Okay.
But this is good. I mean, the taste profile is something that I like.
Can you tell me? You mentioned noodles for dessert.
I don't know. I'm just spit firing.
Okay.
There could be dessert noodles. I'm not very sure. I don't remember.
Comment below.
You'll soon find out when we visit Malaysia. Might find something.
For anyone who has an interesting dessert that they would like to recommend, please comment below, let us know. With that said, as per usual, if you like what you're seeing, if you like what you're hearing, don't be shy, rate, subscribe, like, all that jazz. Just jive with us. Yuki says jive all the time.
Jive with us like the 80s.
Alright. You think you can dress like the 80s? You could.
Ooh, the bell bottoms are quite the crazy
I kind of like bell bottoms.
bell bottoms.
I like it actually.
It's quite. I mean, it's unique. It's not that I don't know if it would fit well on me, but I think it's cool.
I think you
People-
you definitely push your aesthetic.
Some people fit well.
I like your specs.
Yeah. So
Let me see what it looks like on you.
this is the glasses that you gifted me.
Blood
You-
clot! The
you
girls them sugar!
You gifted partially.
Dog! You look like money. Money
look like-
coming.
I look like I'm.
You should leave it on.
I look like a intellect.
Well done.
Although we are intellects, the glasses work well. I mean, I realize that I can see things better in the distance,
Well,
which I always had issues with.
um,
I'm short-sighted.
I used to really feel proud that I was the only person in my four
Siblings,
person household that
Right.
didn't wear glasses.
you don't.
Wait.
Ah.
For years. But within the last 3 years, I've noticed that anything on LCD screens, any type of digital screen,
Blue lights.
blue
They call
lights,
it
thank
blue
you.
lights. Yeah.
At night or something, I see it fuzzy.
Right.
Or like, if I'm looking at the computer too often,
Yeah.
things get a little fuzzy for me.
Correct.
And that's when I had to accept that I need glasses for watching
So
screens.
you wear that because you're not long nor short-sighted, are
I'm
you?
definitely long-sighted. I can
Oh.
see way ahead.
You can see way ahead, but you can't see whatever's in front of you.
Yeah, I can see what's in front of me, but if it's a blue light like you just said, it
No, the
becomes
blue light
fuzzy.
is always different situation.
Okay,
It has
well.
nothing to do with you being able to
long
see.
long and short. I'm good.
Ah, okay. So you are affected by light.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But for me, it's not a light thing. It's basically how my eyes are not able to adjust to distant objects anymore. Like just like how people started wearing glasses when they realize they can't read whatever's in front of them slowly,
Mm.
So I can read whatever that's in front of me, but say about 10 to 15 meters away, there's a huge signboard that's telling me when's the train coming. I can't read that clearly.
Mhm.
And I mean, I had to squint my eyes to focus. That's
Signs of age, my friend.
signs of age. But I also realized glasses actually don't help because you wear it, you basically just adjusting to the glasses.
Yeah. And
That
then-
affects you worse.
and now you're locked in forever because you always
True.
have to fix the prescription.
If correct, only if I wear it constantly. That's why I don't wear it all the time. So sometimes when I really need to read something that's in front of me, I'll put it on. I'll take it off.
Well, put on your glasses for this next segment because I want it to look sophisticated. We'll be right back after these messages. Let me try one more piece. I know last season we didn't really try different themes. This season I wanted to try something.
Right.
I remember when I was back in Trinidad working as a junior architect, my boss, he would always pay respect to different types of buildings and typologies.
Pay respect meaning?
He would find the good to say about something. He would very seldom look at the bad in someone's design.
Right.
Or very seldom articulate it.
Right.
The only thing that he would often say is, does it fit what it was designed for? And if yes, how can you do it better? Right?
Yes.
To push the boundaries.
Right.
So I think I want to try out this new segment called The Dumplings and Somethings.
You know, you don't have to give it a title, right?
I know. Let's just call it, what can we call it for something right now? Organic? Let's just call it Archetypes.
Let's just call it architecture. What is the core discussion in this segment that you
we figured out
would like to
try?
Comes. Yeah.
When you were learning about
Architecture.
designing for a home, for a family,
Right.
maybe you can tell me what you learned in design school when you were doing your bachelor's. But I learned about the heart of the home. The heart of the home is where the family gathers, where there's heat, where there's food, preparation and distribution. Where people sit and they interact, right? That is what is called the heart of a space. That is the most traversed area because there's food, and the ritual is we all sit here, we enjoy the space, and we gather and we talk and we work on that type of psychology that you create in this space, yeah? So that's why people have, in this modern time, these open floor plans where you have the kitchen just flowing into the dining area or the living area, right? But one thing that I've always noticed in designs and in media and in books that is somewhat not spoken about as deeply, what stands out to me a lot, if it's a split level type of design, is a staircase. Now you might just think it's a staircase to get from the lower floor to the upper floor, or to get to whatever floors. But very often in a home, not in a building, but in a home, not in a building, sorry, not in a business, sorry. A staircase is not just to connect upper and lower, but also it creates sculpture in the house.
For sure.
It's the place where family photos are taken.
Mm-hmm.
It's the place where graduation photos are taken.
Many things.
It's decorated. It's
the staircase is more than just a staircase.
It's more than just a staircase.
Okay.
The function, obviously, yes, there is a function, but everything that works along with the function, I think also adds to the essence of a home and a space.
Okay.
And I wanted to ask you, I know that I learned that the heart of a home is like where there's food preparation, where people gather. But I also personally like to emphasize on staircases when designing. Whenever I'm doing a residential design for a client or for my boss, whatever, I try to make it somewhat sculptural and interactive. Is there anything that you do when designing or would like to do that you think it's an element of a residential space that people often don't put a lot of thought into?
I don't think you're right. I believe in today's time, in contemporary design and modern design, the staircase has been put forward rather than just a staircase.
Yeah. I never said it hasn't. I said as far as emphasis
Right.
in the residential. Like it could be based on people having budgets.
Yes.
So they just make it a functional staircase.
Correct.
But
when you got budget, you can do more.
I mean, with budget, you could also you could do substitution of materials to create some. If you want to push a bit more.
Correct, because with the right budget, you can push the you can improve the materials used, therefore allowing more form or sculptural capabilities to the staircase.
I disagree. I disagree because before people had access to all the finances for a build, how did people persevere in the past to make something more than just functional?
I agree. But what I meant to say is, say you have a budget and materials do have costs. If you have a budget for a wooden staircase, it can go only so far. If you have a budget for a steel staircase, it can go further. If you have a budget for a reinforced concrete or like a
glass,
well, glass is one thing, but glass is static. Yeah, maybe it could also be organically formed. But you also have concrete that is moldable into free forms, into crazier things. So that's why I still say budget does affect the outcome of
yeah, I agree with you 100%.
the staircase.
Is
there something I would like? It's very hard to say because I can't focus on just one element. Although your approach to staircase will be very interesting because it's already something that is internal, something that is of a core, and people, and it revolves around people.
You are on it today, bro. It revolves around people.
So
the heart, well, the life,
the routine of a space.
Yeah, the rituals of
a space.
Christmas time.
Do I have something? I don't. Reason being.
I don't believe you. I think you do have something.
I might have, but it's very, very hard to describe. I always wanted to do something that is, or I would like to emulate something from the 70s or 80s where buildings have embodied elements. You know, a hole in the wall can be a playful element where you jump across a loop, or a bench that is molded, that is protruding out of a wall. A bench, but not a bench, but it's part of a wall.
Yeah, it's almost like it's
dual function, but it's basically a part of a building, but it is not a free form furniture, not a free form object that you can shift around.
That you can buy and install.
Correct.
It's
not a furniture.
This is molded into the design. So the building itself is playful.
It's playful, correct. That's always a thing.
That is lovely.
That is a thing that I would like to emulate.
That is lovely.
In I think 70s, 80s is as far as my research goes. I don't remember. There was a name. There was a Dutch architect, but I didn't get a chance to interview him. He was an old man. I think he's still alive today. Could be wrong, but I don't remember his name because it was part of my research 6 years ago.
We might find it. If we do find it, we show it up on the screen.
We could put a picture.
Yeah.
But again, he did not explicitly say that his architecture is this architecture. He just kind of integrate playful elements.
I like that.
But I personally coin a term, may or may not exist in researchers in the world, but I call it something called convivial architecture. Convivial is a very fancy word for saying a friendly architecture.
Convivial architecture,
which is something that reaches out to people. People can touch it, play it, do it whatever they want.
Well, it's interactive.
It's like a playground, but a building.
It's interesting because the last architectural office I worked for, this office focused on factories.
Yeah.
Industrial buildings. Yeah?
Yeah.
Now let's be real. Industrial buildings
cannot be playful.
Whoa. Industrial buildings, they have a purpose and they are somewhat designed to have a certain type of order,
Yes.
right? There's not a lot of room for play,
Yes.
as you can see, as compared to something like a museum like the Guggenheim,
Correct.
you know, insert picture. But the office I worked for, they found it challenging as an architecture engineering office, but they tried to give these rigid purpose buildings a bit of character.
Character. All right.
Not as playful as a whole to drum through, but either sculptural with staircases.
Right. Sculptural with staircases.
I remember.
That reminds me of. We have I taken you to the Olympia Village here in Munich?
Yeah, no.
Did we go together?
You told me and I went and looked at it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
For example, I remember in the one of my major projects in this last company, we did a pump station where water is collected.
Water pump station.
Water pump station in flooding and is pumped towards a river if a city has if a municipality has a flooding.
Wow. Okay.
But the lead architect, my boss at that time, he wanted to design the space as if it was a museum.
Right.
But in this case, the museum would be the pump
station
itself. So he set it up where these artifacts, these pumps are obviously your focus, and the way that you walk around it is almost like you are walking around a museum to watch an art piece.
Yes.
And I found that idea interesting.
I think I remember you showed me a draft.
I think I showed you
a
few pictures.
And then the pump is right in the middle, like in an atrium.
Yes.
Right.
And I remember I can't show pictures because it's not.
Obviously not. Yeah.
I did the job.
You just kind of imagine in your head a giant pump in a huge bubble.
And I remember speaking to some of the engineers who had to work on like the structural planning because we planned a sculptural slanted staircase.
Right.
And I remember the engineers asking, why? It's a pump station.
Why even try?
Exactly, bro. I remember my response to whenever someone says why to me now, I always say, why not?
That's true. Why not?
How often do you get to design a pump station?
Damn right.
I'm not working in an office that designs museums.
Ask the guy who's paying.
Yeah. I'm the guy who's paying like the idea. So
there you go.
I remember thinking about it. So to me, staircases are not just functional. It's
sculptural.
What was the term that you used just now?
Convivial. Convivial is friendly. That means
it was playful.
It has to be.
It was playful.
But the staircase is not a place to play.
It's not a place to play, but it's also something that it makes you enjoy using it. It
could have been convivial when it serves the function of play or something that is more, because you don't stay on a staircase for too long.
Depends.
But it depends. Like I said, the staircase design has to be in such a way that maybe you come up to a podest. The podest leads to other ways and allows play. Then
for those who don't know what podest is,
a podest is a landing. Sorry, a landing. If you have a landing that is more than just a square landing, and then the square landing leads somewhere, or maybe on the square landing suddenly bends up and turns into a bench, and then
that's
you call
nice. That's nice.
Then you would call it convivial. You know.
So, big ups to convivial architecture.
Well, we don't know yet. We don't really know where it starts, where it stops. So.
Well, we could still appreciate it. What are we looking at?
We're at 55. Looks good.
Looks good.
So looks good for our first episode. Good to have you back. Good to have us back.
Thank you, bro. We have one more thing on the board. I don't know if you want to talk about it or you want to just call it there.
Wow, we're gonna have a long talk about that.
Well, then let's save that for next time. What do you think? Because at 55, I think that's a solid number.
Just a hint. We're gonna talk about boondocks.
The boondocks.
Alright
guys, thank you for joining us on season 2 of Dumplings and Somethings. Yours truly, Mr. Chai. Yours truly, number 2, Danzi. We thank you for being here. For those of you all who have been constantly watching, please like, comment and let us know what you feel. We take your comments very seriously.
To the friends of Mr. D, you guys are amazing. To my friends.
To Yuki's friends, thank you for reaching out.
Also, surprised to have you on here.
If you like what you see, Share it.
We out.